All right, you know what time it is. It's time for best of one. As someone who's good at best of three and never touched best of one ever, so it's gonna be interesting. It's basically gonna be a series where I'm taking my original build that I think in theory should be good in best of one. It's probably not, but then you'll get to see the changes as we move into like some games. In between the games, I'll show my creative process through deck building and what I figure out is bad or good, and then make those changes. So you'll be able to see the process of building a good deck. These best of one videos will not cut into my other content. They'll just be bonus content videos where, when I don't have time to push out some of my more usual content, like the best of three matches or strategy guides and stuff like that, then I'll just quickly play some best of one matches and upload that. So it's basically better than having nothing essentially. So just consider this a bonus, and yeah, don't worry about how it's gonna affect my usual vids. Either way, I guess I can talk about some of the theory behind what I'm thinking here. I'm playing the hearse for Grixis, and I also think it's okay against mono white, so I figured it would be okay to play one main deck. I cut one wedding announcement just because of play draw, but this could honestly be a mistake. It's mostly a nod to like more aggressive decks, which I'm not sure are very present. But if they are, then I definitely don't think I want four wedding announcement. It's definitely something interesting. I'll have to consider maybe cutting the Edgar for the wedding announcement again later down the line, but I'm gonna start with three and see where that ends up. Two Brotherhoods end mostly to respect the aggressive decks. I'm really scared to get like run over quickly, so yeah, that's why I'm playing two. But it might be a mistake. A lot of things I'm just unsure about. I don't know what the meta is. Two Edgar, figured it would be better against Grixis than Shieldred. So hopefully that's actually the case. Because I mean I know it's better against Grixis, but hopefully I hit Grixis. That's the question, right? Otherwise it's just not worth playing this over Shieldred. The rest is pretty straightforward. I kind of added a second Warden because of Grixis and Mono White, instead of playing like three Steel Seraph, or maybe I should play second Wedding. Either way, we're gonna start with this build, see where we end up, and yeah, if you enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel for more videos. So let's just find out how this does. All right, we're on the play, which is good. Decent opening hand. See what happens. I'll see if my theory crafting is correct. I wonder what we're gonna hit first, and it looks like it's Grixis. Pretty interesting. So I guess people were right. Oh, it's not Grixis. Interesting. Bankbuster is a card that I figured would be bad in best of one, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. I just think that if you lose the coin flip for play draw, this card doesn't accomplish that much, does it? Oh, it's actually Mardu. So a different take on Mardu, which is a little bit interesting. I will get rid of one land. I think I should hold on to the hearse, even though it's not actually that good. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I should hold on to it actually. There's no guarantee they're playing some graveyard shenanigans. I believe this is just an attack into Owl. It's gonna be a standard here. Gonna be a pretty good a good tempo play here with the extra mana. This looking pretty good for me so far. I'm surprised to see any variation of Mardu in this format. I'm actually very curious about the overall quality of decks in Best of One. In theory, I would figure that maybe it would be in general weaker deck builders. So potentially the average deck building quality is going to be a little lower. Like I'm seeing this here looks a little shaky. We'll see if my theory is correct though. Dealing with Steel Seraph is not necessarily that good. But I don't have anything in the graveyard for this anyways. Maybe I should and I just take the damage, but it's a little bit inefficient. And I kind of want to hold on to this. I don't actually think the Steel Seraph is doing that much. Let's assume they play... Yeah, I should probably wait here. I think what's going to come down next turn is most likely Archangel Wrath ping this. So I think my best play is just double Blood Tithe. It's not incredible, but probably my most powerful play over just getting in for an extra 2 damage and not really getting value out of this. Even though next turn the Kiki is most likely dying, so I won't even be able to get back anything again. What I could do is Blood Token the Archangel and then do this. Also kind of interesting. Something to consider. I'm also very curious as to why they didn't attack with this last turn. I feel like that would have been a decent play to gain 4 life. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Archangel Wrath is fine. Oh, I have a better play actually. I can sack the Blood Tithe and utilize that creature to just get it back immediately, which is kind of alright. I can probably... You know what? I could just sack both. No. Let's do this. I'll sack one. Sack one on this. And then I'll use... I don't think I want to use the Soul Transfer, if I'm being honest here. But I also don't really want to use the Archangel. I think I'm just going to Blood Tithe this. The reason for that is that I don't want to use these 2 pings on the Steel Seraph. I want this to go face. And the Blood Tithe can't even attack through a Bankbuster either way. I'm just taking care of this. Also, I would have to tap my G out of pre-combat, which is also not great. Playing around Farewell doesn't sound like something I should be doing. So let's hope I'm correct here. Yeah, I don't think I should be playing around Farewell in that position. When they could stabilize with some random, maybe top deck... what was my card? Soul Transfer. Okay, very quickly, first impressions. If I'm gonna be facing Mardu mirrors, I don't think my deck is that well built. I think I could use like a Farewell or something. But let's just jump into another match and then think about it. Okay, going first, no white, but I have Fable, so I'm just gonna keep it. It's not the best thing, but Fable should be able to fix this hand. I can ditch the white cards, potentially. I will most likely keep this and cast it on 6. But I'm down to skip my turn 2, essentially. To play a Fable, which is the most powerful thing I can do. Oh, that's perfect. That's best case scenario, but worst case scenario, I'm okay with skipping turn 2. Okay, this is interesting. So maybe... Okay, now I'm starting to get a bigger picture of what kind of things I could be facing in best of 1. It's kind of interesting. This matchup does not look very good for me. It looks to be like a stack 1 creature type of deck, which is going to be difficult unless I find Archangel of Wrath early or some kind of flyer potentially. It's good that they were scared of Giada. Anyways, now what I was talking about, seeing the bigger picture, I do think the variety of decks might actually be way higher than I originally anticipated, and that's gonna be an interesting thing to approach here. I think I just cast a wedding announcement most likely. It's not that good though. I'm definitely ditching these 2 lands. Okay, that's fine. I think I just cast another Fable in this spot then. The wedding announcement is not very useful against a deck with a bunch of flyers at first. I could also just Brotherhood's End, which is also something I'm definitely considering. Most likely not a very smart play, but it's not that bad. Usually this deck just struggles to find creatures to play. And if I do it now, I get to keep my copy of Fable. I think I'm gonna do it. This has already gained enough value in my opinion. Oh, there's the Drake, okay. I think that's okay. And this position, most likely I just play both enchantments. And I might play this as a 3/3 next turn, we'll see. They didn't have anything for this, kind of interesting. Maybe end of turn, I don't know. Okay, end of turn, what could it be? Protection spell? Okay, that's okay. Make a token. Yeah, see, like, the problem with potentially holding onto this for later. Oh, very interesting. Yeah. So now that I'm looking at this, I can kind of tell the average quality of decks in Best of One is indeed lower. So maybe I can streamline the deck a little bit more and not really try to counter certain decks. Just make the deck as solid as possible against a variety of decks. Could be the smartest thing to do. I think I have to play around a counter spell potentially, and that scares me, so I'm gonna respect it. Let's go with the copy of Treasure. No, I should probably copy this. If they bounce it, I think it's okay. Phase out, that's okay. Still get to attack with both and draw, which might not be the play actually. Maybe I do want the token here instead of the card. But if this flips, then I can't block either way, so let's just attack them and race. The extra card most likely is more valuable than the token because of flying here. Okay, they have another one. Okay, another, yeah, protection spell. Yeah, all of these protection spells is one of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of their creature earlier. Sanctuary Warden probably ends the game, most likely. And they missed. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, look, it's looking pretty good. More of a gimmicky deck, which is something that I think lends itself more to Best of One for sure. Pretty interesting stuff. I believe we just go for this and then double lifelink. It should be strong enough here. Just completely stabilize this board. Lifelink on this. And lifelink on this, probably. Gain a bunch of life. I mean, I don't think you need the lifelink. Realistically, it's vigilance and one lifelink, but I don't know. I'm so far ahead. I don't think I need the vigilance because if they're attacking, they can't block. And if they can't block, they die. So honestly, you can do whatever you want in that situation. But ideally, if you're really optimizing, I think one lifelink on this and one vigilance on this as well is probably better. It finally flips. Now, one of the things you need to be careful about when you're facing a deck like this is making sure you're playing, you're activating your things that target other creatures, or you're playing or removing their creatures when they're as tapped out as possible. So theoretically speaking, something like holding up this Fable and copying Warden on their turn, maybe, I don't know, you can consider that as well, but again, it's not very good against cards like Fading Hope and stuff like that. This is interesting. What are they doing? Double targeting Storm Chaser? Or what? Wait, what happened here? Whenever a player casts a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so I think 2 Edgar is wrong. So let's change that. I do think it's wrong. It's only good against Grixis. I was expecting a lot of Grixis, but it seems like I was wrong. Now for its replacement, I don't think Shield Red is what I want. I think another Steel Seraph could be okay. But Shield Red is not terrible. I'm also considering Wandering Emperor, but let's go with Shield Red, whatever. It's kind of a safe bet. Facing a lot of well, not a lot, I guess we've only really faced one a relatively low rank player, which is this one. I bet it's a Grixis deck. Okay. So the the lowest ranked player playing the best deck. It's gonna be interesting. And I just cut the Edgar, which is a little bit frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. And they're on the play. So 2 things going wrong already, and now I really wish I had the Edgar. But no, tap land, okay. Thank goodness. I was gonna say they curve out the Fable here, we are in trouble. Big trouble. Let's go with the Steel Seraph in case they have a counterspell. Or they most likely do. And they don't. Okay. Do they have a removal spell for it? Most likely not, but yeah, they have to wait. So the counterspell is gone. That's good. Well, the counterspell is not in hand, in my opinion, but we'll see. Or they're saving it because they had an abrade, actually. No, that's more likely, yeah. But, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that focused right now. I woke up pretty late, didn't sleep very well, so take that as my excuse for my mediocre analysis in this video. Not at the top of my game, really. But it's still looking pretty good here. We've got 5-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop. And we're taking 1 less damage, so let's hope they don't have another counterspell. If they do, it's a little bit unfortunate. And they do. Okay. Well, that sucks. Yeah, pretty rough start. It's not the Fable opener, but it's pretty much gotten rid of every single thing I've tried to cast so far. And they have a Bankbuster. A lot scarier than their average draw. Like, they have a pretty... They've been using their mana every turn relatively well. Oh, they're attacking, though. That's a little bit more interesting. Definitely a little more interesting. I'm gonna take 1 damage here. Most likely this sticks, and they will have no answer for it. I can probably get rid of Giada safely, but we'll think about it. Okay, this should get me something good. Maybe the Edgar. Shield Red, which is kind of interesting. And I guess is a decent thing to find here. Better than Wedding Announcement, I would say. The reason Wedding Announcement's not very good is it wouldn't proc, because it's already my end step. Wandering Mind. Okay, looks like this Shield Red is sticking, which is nice. Could consider holding on to Giada. I really could. Alright, that's not getting cast this turn, so that is quite good. Oh, nice. They mismanaged their mana. Interesting. Yeah, let's just ditch this. I really don't see a reason to keep it. Better cards to draw in this spot. Well, that's one of them. Holy shit. That would be one of them. That's why this matchup is kind of interesting, because once I draw Archangel, their entire board just pops. Very nice. But that was on them, really, for not playing this land earlier. They would have had a black up, so realistically, they kind of deserve to lose this game for that one misplay since I didn't make a misplay. It seems like misplays might be very punishing in best of one compared to in best of three, where you have the extra game buffer. But in best of one, you make a mistake and your opponent doesn't. Feels like that could swing the game, and it definitely did this time. I'm gaining a grand total of 6 damage for no reason. Oh, well, they didn't. Oh, yeah, it doesn't auto stop on the second turn. It's just unfortunate they took 8 extra damage for no reason. I've got another Steel Seraph coming as well. Oh, that's pretty good, though. And they have to take extra damage thanks to the Pain Lands, which is reassuring for me. Also, Invoke Despair is relatively far off. As in one land. I guess it's not that far off. Just that they can't cast it this turn. Alright, let's go with this. And Vigilance. The flooding is a little bit scary, though. That is one thing that could potentially go wrong. But I think they're in a spot here where they just lose no matter what. Unless they find 2 removal spells exactly. Could happen. Could definitely happen. It looks like it didn't. Alright, that's reassuring that I cut the Edgar, but the shield raid was actually good enough because they made the misplay. But for example, if they didn't make the misplay, then the Edgar would have been way better than the shield raid in that spot. Because it dodges that removal spell. I don't think I really want to make any changes, really. I'm feeling pretty good about the list so far. I think one thing I do want to test is not running Giada, though. Like skipping the Giada, even though it's pretty decent. I do feel like maybe playing Underdog or some more interaction could be a little better, but yeah, I don't know. What I like about Mardu in general is the fact that you have good matchups against all the random decks you're going to face in best of one, which looks like there's going to be a reasonable amount of those. So whenever I hit a deck that's not considered powerful in general, then I'm going to have a really good matchup. Fast start, that sucks big time. That is not good for me. I think we open with Giada even though it's weaker. The reason for that is that if they have a removal spell, I don't want to take the damage. And, I mean, the odds of them not having removal is kind of low. It looks like they don't. Okay, whatever. Well, in this case, I would have rather played this, but it's close enough. And I feel like they had a pretty high chance of having a removal spell there. So I do have 2 copies of Brotherhood's End. This matchup should be easy in theory, but they are on the play. I think there's a lot of play draw nonsense in Best of One. I feel like I would be curious to see the stats on how many games you're losing just from being on the draw. Like here, if I draw Brotherhood's End, they most likely lose the game, right? At least I would assume. Oh, the Edgar is nice. Helps a lot in this matchup. Let's go with it. Hopefully that stabilizes my board for a little bit. Maybe not long, though. They curving out into Invoke. That's rough. That is very rough. Truly. Unfortunate. Perfect curve out into Invoke, not wasting a single mana. And they're on the play. They would have lost on the draw. That's pretty funny. So yeah, if I do lose this game, I feel like it's because of play draw, but maybe not, honestly. I might still win. They're not in the best position. Not attacking there. This Edgar is holding down quite well. I'm happy about it. I feel like this might be a 2 of, actually. I might have to go back just because of the random aggressive decks as well. It's much better when you have insurance to have your creature not die, quote unquote, to removal when you're behind. And the Invoke was not the worst thing, I guess. Well, it was the worst thing that could have happened. Maybe Soul Transfer would be worse, but realistically speaking, this is the worst thing that could have happened. Thankfully, I had the Fable kind of curbing that. Oh boy, that is rough. Holy shit. But they lose their Evolved Sleeper, which is something they maybe shouldn't have done. And I do get this down. That'd be kind of interesting. I think them activating Evolved Sleeper is a little bit more intelligent to get it out of range of this, but hey, we'll find out if that matters. It might. That's their first mistake, quote unquote, I would say. Alright, interesting. Interesting game. I've got a draw here, but it's not great against Shield Red. Lily is kind of annoying. Yeah, the plus, yeah. Not that bad. This card is not great. Now, if I find an Archangel Wrath, we are in business. That's also a good draw. I think here I'd value the stats more than anything. Oh my god, I almost misclicked. I'm not used to playing Steel Seraph that much, so... kind of interesting. Alright, big board. Very big board. They need an answer for this, which most likely they will not find because of Go for the Throat not hitting it, and they don't have access to Braid. Looking pretty good. I managed to barely stabilize this game. It's kind of funny, like it's actually pretty cool that even on the draw when I got curved out like crazy, it still feels manageable. Oh, I can cut off their card draw. That's quite nice. So the main deck curse actually doing something. All right. Anyways, pretty good the situation with the Kiki-Jiki coming back, and then every creature I top deck... Oh no, wait, no, it combos with the Steel Seraph perfectly already, so I'm feeling good. This looks like looks like I finally turned the corner, yeah. Oh, that is fantastic. What a beautiful draw there. Very good. Could go for damage at this point. I think it's just reasonable to just skip the lifelink in this spot and just go for damage. Now, do I really want to lose this as a blocker though? Not really. So let's give this flying to take less damage. Speed up the clock a tiny bit. Oh no, I don't take less damage. I thought I had more pain lands in this, but it's fine. Okay. Honestly, in this spot, I think I just double ping face, and that's probably the play. Oh wait, I do want to use the treasure. Let's use the treasure to not take the damage. Yeah, I do need to take 1 damage. Never mind. Is that worth it though? Because I could use it technically. Yeah, I'll take 1 damage. I think it's okay in this spot. I don't see why killing the underdogs would help, so I'm just gonna go face. Yeah, sure. I've got a 4/3 lifelink on blocks. And I've got the unlicensed hearse on blocks as well. Most importantly, this card. The Nightmare. To be fair, this could have been a shield red and it would have done the exact same thing. Well, maybe not, because then maybe they would attack. I don't know. Trade the shield reds off at some point. But I'm much happier about this being on the board in general, because I have the lifelink. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, I think this might be the last game I can play today. It's a very good hand, but again, we have the play draw problem here, where I might just lose because I get run over. Yeah, it's mono red. Oh, what a way to end it. I don't think I'm winning this. Being on the draw and facing mono red with no 2-drop, this is gonna be rough. If I top deck a 2-drop, I think we have a small chance, but this is gonna get out of hand a little too fast, I think. I did not find a 2-drop. We have some comeback factor, but I'm not really positively looking at this game. This looks terrible for me. Most likely this dies. Yeah, this is rough. I think we are in big trouble. Oh, that's okay, actually. Sure. Honestly, that's not the worst thing that can happen here. I think. We're definitely getting rid of this. The wedding announcement is honestly probably better than the Fable in this spot because I need to start chump blocking. Sorry about the dogs. Ooh, that's better actually. That's way better. Okay, let's do this. That way I could get a double ping off the Chiada here. That's fine. Okay. The mana screw on their side could potentially matter. We'll see. The thing is, if this dies, I probably lose. So everything is riding on this. Oh, thank God I drew a non-pain land. Pretty clutch. Maybe I did make a mistake getting rid of, or not getting rid of wedding announcement though. That's something to consider. Could have kept a Sanctuary Warden, I would have been in a much better spot. Just my bad, I guess. Pretty big misplay, but I can get it back, theoretically. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, this is very interesting now. Oh, this is very, very interesting. Okay. Well, that is quite good. Attacking with Bolt draws me a card, which is not what I want here. I think I just hold one for blocks. This is interesting. Why they wouldn't block though? This is very weird. I can either gain a bunch of life, but the life I'm gaining is equal. No, I should not. I should attack with this and then I think I just pass here. Like I don't even care about that. There's no way I'm gonna be able to block with this, I think. I could just grab this Sanctuary Warden, but it doesn't actually accomplish that much. Hmm. Very interesting. Well, I know they don't have removal though, so actually I could try to block with this. I should do it, just pass here. It's kind of awkward with wedding announcement not giving me a token if I tap this, so I'd have no blockers, which is effectively the same thing as gaining 3 life. Okay, that's fine, I think. Okay, I was gonna say if they have a festival here, we are fucked. But still winnable. Or no, festivities, yeah. That would be devastating. That is okay. It's actually a good draw. A lot of damage. So here I definitely take the draw. The life, I mean. Oh, I should have taken even more life than that. That's my bad. Fuck, I'm not focused enough. It's pissing me off. I don't like being in this weird state where I'm still like kind of groggy. I hate making a misplay like that. I should have definitely attacked with another one. That pisses me off. Well, hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. I hope I draw a removal spell or something. No. God damn it. Why didn't I not take the 3 extra health there? I'm hoping it doesn't matter. I'm praying it doesn't matter. The only thing that's really bad here is end the festivities, but I guess that would be bad either way. That's why I wanted the 4 life, basically. Okay, that's 4 damage, so I should be safe. I think the max damage here is 4. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so like, holy shit. If I lost that, I would not be very happy, and ending it on that would suck. Okay, well, I think that's like 4 or 5-0. Pretty good. I'm confident that this deck is good now in this format. Now, I don't know exactly how to build it still, but seems like I hit it right on the money or close enough in my first build. Still some minor iterations to go through, I think. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.